Hi. But my mum's today. So, I'm going to be doing astrology readings. So this is a makeshift um that I've got to do because I'm just recording it this week, so not going live. So yeah, this is the astrology readings for the 27th of October through to the 2nd of November. So, and this is for all signs. So I hope everybody's keeping well and you've had a good week. Just wanted to say thank you to the Patreons. These people are who keep me going, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. There are two new Patreons. Uh, One is Karen Walker. Thank you so much. And another new one is Linda B. So both of you are new this week or last week. So yeah, thank you. And thank you very much to Mary V, Doreen B, Phil C, Devon P, Kelly M, Simone, Terry, Elizabeth, Alexis, Shannon H, Linda W, Von, Chris H, Stephanie, Jeff B, Shannon L, Christina, Julia C, Julia R, Julie E, Julie S, got lots of Julies, Lisa S, Vera L, and Renee R. So I think I've got everybody there, but anybody who's not on there, you're still loved. It's just that I did this in a hurry. Okay, so I wanted to come on and do these readings for you guys, but I didn't want to forget you guys, okay? So we're going to be doing in order of the water signs first. So that'd be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancerians. Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then the fire signs Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Finishing off with the air signs, which we started with last week. So finish off with the air signs, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to kind of come on, and I know that it's nicer to go live and everything, but yeah, today it's just going to be a recorded one. Just a few things that are coming up this week. Wednesday, the 29th of October, there is tarot tuition class if anybody wants to join in. And that will be at 6:30 p.m. UK, which is 1:30 p.m. Eastern, although your clocks haven't gone back and ours have. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be 12:30. Ours have gone back. So if it's 6:30, we'll have to work it out. I'll have to ask Greg. But anyway, it's a nightmare. And then for a week, it's like this. And then the clocks go back next week for America. So luckily, if anybody's booked a reading with me already, the calendar on Visita already does it for you. So everything is done. Anything that I've booked in manually, we need to make sure that we get that covered. Okay, so, but if you've made a booking through Visita, through the website, then it's all good. So just this month, for my Patreon members, you're all invited to a little party celebration. And it's going to be for everybody, okay? So because it's going live, but you guys are invited to an exclusive kind of like get together. And that get together will then be live. So not usually live, Patreon's usually quiet. Everybody kind of, you can record your readings if you want to, but I give readings to everybody. Everybody gives readings for each other. And that is, you can join for as little as $1.11 a month. That's 88 pence. Can't say fairer than that. And then that is once a month we get together and we all just have fun basically. But this month we're going to do it because it's Halloween, and Greg can't be with me. We usually do a show. I thought, well, why don't we just go live? And instead of doing my Patreon, which is usually the last Thursday of the month, why don't we do the Patreon as fancy dress? And also we can go live. Okay, so and get everybody, because there's a lot of people who, they're not doing anything, are they, on Halloween? So that's what I thought. I thought that would be quite nice. So that would be 7 p.m. UK, which will be usually 2 p.m. Eastern, so that would be 1 p.m. Eastern, I would presume. Okay, so around that time, that's when I'm going to go live. Okay, so how exciting. So yeah, I'm just going to dress up. All right. So if you want to join in, yeah, that's all my announcements. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. So what I've done is I've written them all down on here. It's not very pretty. But the last time I recorded on Greg's Streamlabs, I did the whole of the astrology readings, and it didn't come out. It was nothing. It was just a blank page. There was nothing else there. I don't know what I've done wrong, and Greg doesn't know what I did wrong, and so I'm not risking it. Just not risking it. So I thought, right, I'll just do it. I just do it on Zoom, record it on Zoom so that I know. Okay, so you've got the makeshift version. Okay, so this is it. This is the makeshift version. Why is that? Oh dear. Now what do I do? And if I put, it needs to be anti-slip, doesn't it? So if I do that, does that make that anti-slip? Yeah. Good old wet wipes. So let's do that. So let's start, shall we? Okay. So, okay. Now, timestamps are going to be difficult for me to do, okay, on here. So I do apologize for that, okay. But yeah, I've just we just have to make do this week, okay. Usually I go live and it's all done. All right. Okay, so Scorpios. Let me do the recordy thing for my daughter. So, oh, it's not recording. Oh, there we are. Okay, so this is for Scorpios. This is for the 27th through to the 2nd of November, 2025. And this is for my Rhiannon, she's Scorpio, and for all the other Scorpios out there. Okay, so let me look, see what we get. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this means that there's something good, financial boost or realization that financially things are getting better. It's that kind of feeling that, the usual would be we're struggling, or, things would be hard for us. This is something else. Okay, so this is like, something's changed, something's shifted. Okay, so it is an indication of financial bliss. All right. And you also have the Six of Wands, which is a celebration card. It's a I've achieved, triumphant, okay, energy. And along with a personal celebration, which means you've kind of cracked it, you've done far better than you thought you were going to do, or there's something that you've done to change things that have really paid off. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing at the moment. Let's have a little look and see what emotionally they want to tell you. Okay, so the flow. So this indicates that relationships around you this next week are going to be going very well. Communication is very easy and it flows. Okay, everything, it's like suddenly everybody understands each other's boundaries. Suddenly everybody is considerate to each other. Okay, and yeah, even though there are kind of decisions and crossroads that need to be made, okay? Decisions, what shall we do, okay? So, but communicating with each other while you make those decisions. So there seems to be an important life path moment, okay, going on, and that is with partnerships. So that can be with family, friendships, okay, can be with business partnerships. But this just says to me, um, it's all it's all there for you. Okay. So I've got um, bear's hair. So yeah, it's all there for you. All you've got to do is focus on the end result. And the end result of on a life path mission is what is it that you love to do? That is what and that is what's going to bring you your future happiness. Okay, so so work shouldn't be work. It should be something that you enjoy so much that it never feels bad. It feels as if you're excited about it. Okay, so that's what I see for lovely Scorpios. They're just little mini readings this week. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. So, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, Pisces. This is for me and my mama. We're both Pisces, and for all you Pisces out there. The other thing I'm going to say is if you're listening to this and you're not Pisces, there is a reason why you are seeing this, okay? And that could be because there's a message in there for you, okay? And that's deliberately done through my guides, okay? They deliberately do that. Okay, so I'm sorry there's no timestamps this week, sorry. Okay, so Pisces. Okay, so Pisces. So something's really kind of confusing you. You're feeling guilty about things. You're feeling as though you shoulda, woulda, or could have done things differently or better. Um, sometimes we pull ourselves apart because we're not being perfect. Okay. And sometimes it's like no one's expecting you to be perfect, but we try it anyway. You don't want to reject anybody, but sometimes life means that we have to sometimes because it's to do with self-preservation. It's to do with, overwhelming feelings of I can only deal with this. Okay, but something's tormenting you this next week. Now, there may be somebody around you who's got anger around you or is upset with you for some reason. Now, they don't have to be in your vicinity. They can just be showing off an energy towards you. Now, this means that you do need to shield up because that energy can affect you still, even though you're not around them. So if someone's got hate in their heart or anger in their heart, or you've kind of upset them somehow, that energy goes out. And so make sure that you kind of dilute it and send it back with love, okay? Because it's not for you. Whatever somebody else thinks of you is none of your business, okay? So there seems to be somebody who is talking about rerouting or moving, okay? I feel as if I'm not settled where I am and I want to move or I want to change my location or change my living arrangements somehow. And that will be discussed or sorted out. There is also a feeling of being tormented by other people not wanting the same thing maybe as you do, and that not being so good. Okay, emotionally. So emotionally, we've got the flow card again. Okay, so bear with me a minute. So the flow, what they're telling me is there's a relationship that's going extremely well. This feels as if there is a lot of respect and a lot of understanding from each one of you. And it's like it's easy, okay? It just flows. Now, for some of you, it might be love life. For others of you, this might be, friendship or partnership in some way, okay? Okay, so they're also telling me that somebody has just ordered this type of relationship as well. And so the universe is saying, we've got your order, and that will be coming to you, okay? Now, sometimes we are standing at that crossroads in our life, energetically, emotionally, sometimes in multiple different areas at the same time. And you are definitely facing that, okay, at this next week time. Okay, look at this once again. This is to do with a life path mission. So when we've got a life path mission coming up in our lives, it basically means that sometimes we have to let something else go in order to fit that new project in. That new opportunity has to happen, but it could be that you're already very, very busy. And so, you've got to be realistic. Okay. How are you going to fit that in? All right. That's going to be one of the questions that you're going to be going through, Pisces. Okay. So there you go for Pisces. I'm having to speak quietly because mummy's asleep and I'm nocturnal. Cancerians. This is so technical, isn't it? Okay. So, okay. So this is for Cancerians for the 27th through to the 2nd of November. Okay. Now, this is my eldest daughter, Maggie. She is Cancerian. So this is for Maggie. Hi, Maggie. And for all the other Cancerians out there, or for whoever's watching, okay, or listening to this. Okay, quick slurp there. Okay, let's see what they want to say to Cancerians. What's coming up for you next week? Right. First card out is the Chariot. Okay, so this has many different meanings. For some of you, it will be about racing towards an important decision, having to weigh things up, pros and the cons, having to decide quickly which person you're gonna side with in maybe an argument or a dispute. Maybe you have to look through paperwork and you're having to do research, okay, and you're looking through the pros and the cons of some sort of big research situation. In some occasions, this can mean a car or a vehicle, but we don't know what that means until we turn out more cards. Okay, so we've got the Four of Wands. So is there a trip or is there some sort of journey that you're going to be going on? And this again says to me holiday organization. So that might mean that you're not necessarily going on holiday as in next week. Sometimes it means that you might be booking. Sometimes you might be getting organized for. Okay, you're discussing it with someone else. Now you've got two cards that look very similar here. Okay, this one is being very focused on your future. And just for the recording, it's two people who are like dancers, and they've got one leg on the floor and one leg is poised backwards, but they're leaning forwards, and they're in the same kind of angle. And one of them's got swords all in a row around them, and the other one has got wands, which is fire and desire. So there's something very, very very focusing, okay, on what you're going to do, what you'll want to do. Okay, and the Six of Swords is always leave the past in the past. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, the shoulda, woulda, coulda situation is not doing anybody any favors. In fact, it's like beating yourself up or beating other people up about the past. So sometimes we have to kind of let that go and move forward. Okay, and the other feeling is sometimes if we focus on the future, then we've got lots to look forward to. If we focus on the past, then we're dredging up all the old stuff, and sometimes that means we're not actually moving on in our lives. So there's a lot going on there. So let's have a look and see emotionally. All right. So there is somebody who has been suffering from a broken heart, upsets, arguments, disagreements, not getting along. Okay, there's something like that that's really been affecting this. And the only way to get past this is through light-hearted playtime. Okay, sometimes this is about letting go of all of the responsibilities and all of the, you know, you did this and I did that, and basically you can see the responsibilities are coming. It's like this, you know, the mother responsibilities or the work responsibilities, and you can see these two are going off into the sunset and having some fun. And I call that card playtime. Okay, so that is very much needed, is having some fun and enjoying yourself. And the other thing is sometimes, you know, the fun time's there, and do your own kind of internal work. Because we've got the independence card, and sometimes that means that we're having to do our own shadow work, but we don't have to air our shadow work out in public, meaning that you don't have to have somebody analysing you or talking you through everything, because you're doing it for yourself. Okay, it's a private thing. Okay, so that's what I see for Cancerians. Okay, so we're going to be doing Taurus now. Taurians. What is going on with Taurians? Let's have a look. So this is the 27th through to the 2nd of November. I have to keep saying this for my guides. Okay, so life path mission. Now, I've been putting these cards through the deck, separating them. And so this coming up again, okay, means that it's a meant to be thing, okay? And there's always a common theme that is running through the readings when I do astrology. Okay, so lots of people will be wanting and needing to find their life path mission. That life path mission is going to really start to show up, okay? So the universe is trying to show you, you know, maybe you're concentrating on the material side of life too much. Maybe you're concentrating on, you know, areas of your life that, you know, it's like you can't change anything, can't do anything. But this is what you can do. So look out for those, okay? Life path is your make a difference in this world. Okay, that's what that means. So you're needing also to let go. Okay, sometimes we have to let go, let God. So that means let go of the control of something that has been kind of eating away at you, and you've been trying to be determined into getting to the bottom of it. When sometimes you have to say, do you know what? I'm going to leave it to the universe to sort this out. Okay. Because the universe will do what is needed. Okay. And there's nothing that I can do that could change that. And that way you will get success. So all the time you're demanding karmic justice for something that has gone wrong, or something that has happened to you or your family. What that does is it just eats away at you, okay? And you're the one that's getting hurt, and whoever needs that karmic justice at them, they're living rent-free in your mind. Okay, so let's see what the tarot have to say for Taurus. Oh, look at all these cards. I can't read all of those, so that's just bad shuffling. Let's have a look. Taurus. Taurus. Okay, so stepping onto new ground, okay. There seems to be a bit of nervous energy going on here. So it's a knowing that you've got to do something that scares you. It's also that, you do have to be a little bit more wary, or, step carefully forward. Okay. So I do see this being, like training, learning, development. Okay. Energy. Now, the Lover's card, for some of you, that might mean that you're stepping forward, linked to a new relationship, or you're having to experience new things with a person, okay? That both of you are, on kind of a different level, okay, of understanding. Let's have a look at the third card. Okay, so then this indicates with the Two of Swords, this indicates that has been no speaking. Okay, and because I've got the two twos, okay, twos are obviously the aces are the beginning of, okay, and the twos are the stepping forward, okay. It's the going forward with it, making sure it's a plan that can happen, okay. So, but the Two of Swords here is sometimes you've got a brilliant idea, but you've got to keep it to yourself, to let it grow before you actually act upon it. So they're indicating very clearly that somebody around you is trying to push you or pressure you into making decisions that you're not ready to make. Okay, so it's all got to be in your own time. Okay, so there you go. That's what I see for Taurus. Okay, so we're now going to be doing Virgo. Okay, so or whoever's watching this. Okay, so I'm going to build up the energy in the tarot, and let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, so Temperance. Okay, so the Temperance energy in tarot is all about balance. It's about trying to get that true balance, trying to understand, what other people are feeling, what other people want, what do they desire. So you're trying to research and look into lots of different kind of personality types. Okay, so you're analyzing at this moment. You don't want a confrontation. So that's why you're trying to work out, um, you know, who requires what, or, how do you handle a situation without it erupting? Maybe you've got a conversation that you need to have with somebody that is going to be hard. Okay, hard for them to hear, hard for you to say. Okay. There's going to be a download of information. So all of a sudden, something from the spirit world, from your guides, from your loved ones, is going to give you the answers to it, is going to show you how you can go about getting this done, okay, without it upsetting anybody. So it is about communication, and it's about careful communication. Okay, that's what it feels like here. They're also telling me about something that you are wanting to do, okay? And this is to do with a project, and you've got the brilliant idea, but it's like, how do you get the ball rolling, or what do you do? Okay. And so once again, Spirit are going to say to you that they are going to be on your side and helping you all the way. But you've listened very well, and they're all for this going ahead. Okay, whatever this project is, they're like, yes, definitely, you've heard right. Okay, see the emotions. Okay, on an emotional side, um, you're wanting the happy ever after. Now, some of you may find that, okay, you may have already found that happy ever after. And for others, it's like you're still writing the book. Okay. So when I say that, that basically means that you are writing your own future. So with your own belief systems and thoughts and energy, this is definitely how you can manifest the best future possible. Okay, so if you keep looking over your shoulder, looking at the past, um, you know, you've got one foot in the past and one foot in the future. And so this happy ever after can't happen because you're looking past. Okay, if you want to go to the future and have everything that your heart desires, then say to the universe, you know, I'm looking forward to my abundance of happiness, my happy ever after. I'm looking forward to that. Just keep all the good luck coming to me. That really covers all bases. Okay, it's a good thing. Okay, so there is somebody who's trying to dump their issues down to you. Okay, so they may be agitated with you, or they may be trying to hurt your feelings somehow, trying to get your attention. There's a drama situation. And with all of that going on, you're like thinking, I'm not playing that game. I've done all that in the past. I'm done. And so you are going to be the leader, okay, taking charge of this situation by either shifting yourself well out of the game, or by shutting the game down completely. Okay, so you're not prepared to have all of that in your life. No, no, no. Okay, so that is our Virgos. See how technical this is? It's great, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Things I do here, things I do. Okay, so Capricorns, Capricorns, Capricorns. Right. Okay, so Capricorns, you've got the Justice card. So that it links with it's like getting your karmic justice, or getting some legal official documents, or that could be certificates. Um, you know, um, application forms, letters, documents, anything that has an official feel to it. Now, that can sometimes be like an energetic justice, getting what it is that you deserve. Now, for some of you, you're going to be breaking free from a relationship, breaking free from a friendship. You are breaking away from a job, or you're breaking away from something else. Okay, you can see, oh, my knee just dislocated again. You can see here, the shackles are off, okay, which means that you can be free of it, okay? And so whatever it is that you want, and then along comes a new job, a new opportunity. And the Ace of Pentacles can mean money, job promotion, extra responsibility, something that leads the way, okay, into a new or change, okay, somehow, in a very good way. Okay, so look out for pay rises, look out for opportunities, that are going to bring you good luck. Okay, so let's see what emotionally they want to tell you. No, my mind wandered as I was shuffling, so I've got to stay with Capricorn. Okay. So there is somebody that you've agreed to meet halfway with, okay? So this can be somebody who previously has let you down. This can be a situation that's been very tricky, but you have been, it's like you're being generous, to the point of giving in, if you like, not being so stubborn and allowing somebody to communicate with you. There has been a power struggle going on. This power struggle has not been easy for either one of you, but at the same time, sometimes we are in this power struggle, and when we actually start to communicate with that person, we realize that all that person wanted really was peace, okay, tranquility and peace. So you may be able to come to an understanding with somebody that you've fallen out with, or they're just a tricky situation, tricky person. But there's going to be a breakthrough in friendship and a breakthrough in loyalty and togetherness. Okay, so there you go. That's what I get for Capricorns. Okay, so I had a little break, redid my makeup a bit. So if you're kind of thinking, she didn't look like that just now. Anyway, and I'm hoping that I did do Capricorn because I didn't tick the box for Capricorn to sit. Yeah, so anyway, if I didn't, please let me know and I will do Capricorn and add it on. But anyway, as far as I'm aware, we're going to be doing Leo, the fire signs now. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leos for the 27th of October through to the 2nd of November. Okay, let me tune in. If anybody would like a one-to-one reading with myself, there is a sale on at this moment. Okay, so I've dropped my prices. Okay, for the simple reason is I felt that there's a lot of people out there struggling. There's a lot of people who need a reading, who need help. Maybe it's a love life situation, maybe there's a financial situation, maybe you're at a crossroads for whatever reason. Maybe you just need psychic counseling. Psychic counseling is, you can see, it's like counseling, having somebody to talk to whenever you need to. Some people do it weekly, some people do it monthly, and some people do it more often. Okay, and that what it means is if there's something that is worrying you, can we look into my partner, or what's going on in their head? Can we look into my friend? Can we look into my job? Is my job safe? Can we, all these different questions can be fired off and we can go through them individually, or I can see step by step what's going to be happening for you for the next week or month. Okay. So if anybody does want a reading, okay, please reach out to me. Okay. If there's any, and I've dropped the prices, like I said. Okay, so these are the prices at the moment. I'll be doing this up until the end of this year. Okay, so there you go. So $25, or which works out £20 for 30 minutes, or $50, which works out £40 for 1 hour. That's on average, okay? And you can get to book that through the website. Doesn't matter if you are from the UK, you kind of know the pricing there. Psychically.net, okay? Psychically.net. So yeah, you can book it and then we can decide what you want. Okay, we can do cord cutting. We can do, if I decide to stay, what will my life be like? If I decide to leave, what would my life be like? If I choose this, what would it be like if I chose that? So we can do timeline readings. So it's like, right, imagine that you're going to stay where you are. This is how things are going to roll out. And now switch your mind to, if I leave or if I choose that person, what would my life be like? And then we can do that timeline. So these timeline readings are really handy. Okay, so anyway, back to Leo. Sorry about that, Leo. Let's have a look and see what they want. I needed to refresh the cards. Leo. That's good. Okay. So Leos, okay, so there's a feeling of being a bit kind of stuck, blocked, stuck. Which way do I go? I've been cornered. I don't like it. I don't like feeling this way. Have you boxed yourself in? Maybe you've told either a lie, or maybe you've kind of got yourself into a situation that you think, I was a bit silly. How could I have got here? Okay. Now you've got the psychic card. So this means that maybe you was kind of warned beforehand. Maybe you had like little download from your spirit guides and team saying, don't do that. That would be silly. It's like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that because they told me I shouldn't have done that. And they're indicating this will change. Okay, because we do have the moving card, movement or moving card. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a very positive card. So this situation that you're feeling trapped will change for the better, because Three of Pentacles, you can see, it's like this can be moving boxes, changes. It can be DIY, finishing projects, finishing jobs. It can be a business that needs some work, putting some extra work into your financial life. Okay, so whatever you're doing, they're indicating that with a bit of work, with a bit of effort, you can get past that situation. Okay, so let's have a look at the emotional cards going on with Leo. Okay, so Leo, sometimes you might feel that you're just different. Maybe when you was at school, or maybe when you was in a kind of work situation, you acted different or felt different to other people, even though you tried to blend in, even though you tried to kind of drift through. Okay, there was always this kind of feeling of, I'm on the outside looking in. Okay, there is a situation that's happening around you, Leos, where you feel like that at this time. You feel a little bit kind of estranged from everyone or everything. Now, there is playing out in your life at this moment, there is a strong past life situation. Now, these are emotions, so this can be, excuse me, love life. Okay, it can be, it's got complicated, or maybe there's somebody else around you, somebody new's come in and you're like, why do I feel like this? Or maybe somebody that you're with keeps triggering you and you just can't seem to understand why they do this. Why does that affect you so badly? So this is the past life connection. For some of you, there is going to be a meeting of like a link that you're going to be drawn to this person. They're going to be drawn to you. And it's like all of a sudden, it's like, I know you. Either you know them in this lifetime, or there's a familiar feeling that you've known them in a past lifetime. But something very, very interesting is going on with you, Leos. The broken heart card. So this says to me that there's somebody watching this that is going through a heartbreak time, a time, excuse me, a time of reflection, a time of going through why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Look at the cards together. Okay. You're handling things in a different way that other people do. There is a strong past life connection where you're having to clear out some emotional crap linked to this is from the past and it's going on in this lifetime. So you're either having to repair a relationship, or you're having to say, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Okay, that relationship could be love life, friendship, it could be an acquaintance. It's a situation where it's hurting you. Okay. And why should you have to sacrifice your own happiness for someone else? Maybe you've done this for a long time, but it's time now for you. Okay, it is time for you. All right, so that's what I get for Leos. Okay. It's very technical here. Sagittarius. Okay, let me tick this because last time I forgot to tick the boxes. So I've done Leo. This is Sagittarius. Right. Okay. Building up the energy for Sagittarius. Right. So High Priestess can link to secrecy. It can link to the story hasn't unfolded enough for you to make a decision or for you to properly react yet. Okay, so there's time that's needed, okay, for things to unfold. If you're thinking of who to talk to about your secrets, then this is indicating I wouldn't be trusting anybody just at this moment. Okay, just keep it to yourself for now. Three of Wands indicates that you are very proud of yourself for achieving what you've achieved, for coping the way that you've coped. Spirit are saying, well done, you did it. Okay. Nobody else would understand how hard it has been for you. Nobody understands what you've gone through, but you do. And you've had to keep either your secrets or you've had to keep other people's secrets. Or sometimes it's like, I never seem to understand fully what's really happening. And so it's tricky. But look, there is good news on its way, Sagittarians. This is indicating financial, either wealth or financial security, or your money getting much better, you being able to afford things that maybe you wasn't able to afford. But there's something that is happening that is going to cause you a celebration. Okay, so let's have a look at the emotional cards. I love doing readings. I get very excited for everybody. I love to throw in some affirmations, some positivity, and get that kind of excitement going, because if we can do that with gratitude, we can bring in so much more. That doesn't mean to say I'm making things up. I'm not. I'm seeing the situation, and in my heart, I'm getting excited for whoever I'm reading for. Okay, I love it. This is my inner child. There you go. My inner child gets excited. My inner child wants the best for whoever I'm getting emotional. Wants the best for whoever I'm reading for. Okay, so the inner child. Sorry, excuse me. Don't be silly, honey. Okay. So the inner child is coming out to play, okay? It really is. And the inner child has been doing a lot of hard work. You've been going through your shadow self, okay? So you've been analysing, you know, who you are. You've been analysing, you know, the good parts of you and the not so good parts of you, why you react a certain way, the personality traits that you really want and the personality traits you just don't want anymore. Well, you've done that. These cards are saying you've done the hard work, and now you can put it into good use. And they're saying success is yours, okay? So emotionally, take a bow. You've done well. So now it's about manifesting that perfect partner if you haven't already found them. So every day say, thank you, universe, for sending me my perfect partner. We love each other unconditionally. They're perfect for me in every way. It's the easiest relationship I've ever had. You might not have that person yet, but what you're doing is that affirmation is going to bring that person to you. Okay. And if it's a job that you want, thank you, universe, for bringing me my perfect job. It pays well. All my needs are met. I'm very excited. I'm very good at my job, and I am appreciated beyond belief. So you're saying things as if they're already there, but look, the success card is there. Yet let your inner child show you the way forward. There's a lot of excitement in your life, Sagittarians. Okay. Aries. Okay, so this is Aries. Let me tick it. I can't do the timestamps at the moment because, yeah, I'm doing it a different way. I'm doing this on Zoom. Okay, so Aries, let's see what's going on with Aries. Okay, remember, this is the 27th through to the 2nd of November. Justice, legal matters, official paperwork, contracts, signing up for something, putting your name down, saying yes in an official manner. Okay. So sometimes it can be to do with karmic justice. Okay. Card with it. The judgment card, very similar energies, but blend very nicely together. Now, if you have a look closely, there are some shackles here. Okay, some chains. Okay, now those chains are breaking. So this means that it's like you've done your time, okay, of being everybody else's gopher. You've done your time of perhaps beating yourself up for things that perhaps weren't even your fault. They weren't even in your control, and yet you've beat yourself up over years. Sometimes it's about kind of like letting go of the things that you have no control over now, and you can move on. But something's changed, something's unlocked in you. Justice is now coming, okay? And there's a new job, new money, new financial situation, new beginnings to do with money, opportunities, Maybe this is your mission in life, okay? But something is beginning, okay? But you've done, it's like you've closed off one part of your life. It's like you've kind of sorted that out, or you've simplified this, or you've finally realized this, but something's gone click, and now there's nothing stopping you from getting what it is that you want now. Okay, let's have a look at the emotional cards. Okay, emotionally, crossroads. Okay, this is a time of crossroads for you. It's a time of getting to that point where you're saying, okay, so it's like you've passed a test, if you like. This lifetime is like a university, and it's full of times that you have got to learn this lesson, and you've got to complete that task, and you've got to clear up that past life kind of issue. And so once you've done all that, it's like, okay, what do you want? So you can either take the easy road, or you can go on to a higher level of achievement. What is it that you want? Okay, that's what the universe is asking of you now. It's no good hiding yourself away. It's no good kind of being in that isolation energy. Maybe there's somebody close to you who's doing that isolation, and you're wanting to coax them out. But whatever is happening there to do with isolation, you're not going to get those wishes, those dreams that you want, because you have to meet the universe halfway. So if you want something new, you've got to start the ball rolling somehow. The universe will meet you halfway. The universe, so say you wanted, I don't know, a new relationship. You can't just sit at home and don't get out there, either online or physically. Their person's not just going to manifest in your living room just all of a sudden. That'd be very scary anyway. So you need to start committing to going out more, joining clubs online or physically, okay? Getting yourself out there. So they're saying isolation is not working for you. Okay, it's really not working for you. You need to be around people of like minds. Okay, so the happy ever after time. Okay, no more looking at the past. The past is the past. It's got no power. The only power that you have is now, right now. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Okay, now this says this is this is you writing your future. The way that moves forward the quickest is gratitude energy. I am so grateful for what I have. Thank you, universe, for this. Thank you, universe, for that. I'm excited to receive the rest of what I deserve and understand that you do deserve it. Okay, so there you go, Aries. Aquarius now. Okay, so I like to record this one for my family. So this one is for my son-in-law, and this is Craig. Okay, this is for you, Craig. All right. So this is for the 27th of October through to the 2nd of November. Okay, I'm just tuning in now. Right. This is about boundaries, and you're kind of saying, I need to create more boundaries, or I need to honor someone else's boundaries, or a little of both. But this is all about the lesson of boundaries is going to be this week. Okay. There is a self-employed business that is just itching to charge out of you and to start going forward. Okay. But you know that you've got to have certain boundaries in place, that you have to get kind of everything in a line, okay, before this can happen. Now, there has been either mental health issues, or maybe you can help with other people's mental health issues. Maybe the self-employed business is connected to people's mental health. You know, have you cracked it and understood what can be helped with that? Okay, but they're giving you some ideas on maybe where you're going to go forward. It's about well-being. It's about mental, kind of like a workout mentally. Okay, but something is shifting and changing for you. Okay, so let's see the emotional cards. Okay, so now has there been some sort of heartbreak, or excuse me, has there been something that has upset you in some way? Has there been a family issue happening? But something is coming to light, okay? Have you or your family or someone had to sacrifice their own happiness? Something has had to shift or change, and that is on your mind at this moment in time. Sometimes we have to kind of temporarily let go of something that we can't change right now, something that is not ready to be sorted out or cleared up, but it will later. Okay, things will get easier later, they're saying. So the broken heart is there. The sacrificing of your own happiness sometimes is hard, but freedom is coming. There is somebody, though, who is going to be tempting you to get outside of your cage, outside of your comfort zone. You are needing a night out. You're needing to break free. So that temptation feels like, I don't know, either a girls' night out or a bloke's night out, or, you know, just going out for a date with your partner. Okay, or something is about to happen, and that's needed very, very much. Okay, it is time. Okay, got to have something that you are looking forward to. Okay, more than what you have. Okay, so there you go. That's what I get for Aquarius. Right. Geminis. Okay, Geminis. Building up the energy for Geminis. Okay, so for Geminis, there is a real decision-making time happening. Okay, this is about weighing up the pros and the cons. This is about being able to look perhaps 3 or 4 steps ahead, like you're playing a game of chess. You've got to have a strategy. You've got to have a clever energy around you. This is very, very important right now. Let's see the rest of the cards. When you have sussed it all out, when you've done that dissecting and there's nothing more to do, then it's time to take a leap forward, to take a chance, to go for it. Okay, that will then happen. And they're saying at that point, don't say, I'm going to. Say, do you know what I just did? I just did this. Okay, because it will feel right to you. Okay, so look out for that perfect opportunity. Look out for that excitement that is going to bring you to exactly where you're supposed to be, the position that you're supposed to be in on that game of chessboard, ready for you to win the game of life. Okay, so, but this is the sarcasm. This is the, go on, just do it. Just do it. You know you can. But nobody's expecting you to just jump in without checking. But when you've done your checks, then go for it. Okay. Let's look at the emotions linked with it. Right. So forgiving yourself. There's times that we have to look at ourselves, you know, we have to do some shadow work, you know, we're not perfect. We have to kind of go within and say, well, you know, I reacted in a negative way, or I snapped at that person, or I took that to heart when actually I don't think they meant that, you know. So that's doing the shadow work. And I feel that sometimes it's about hugging our reflection and saying, I understand, it's okay. You know, your inner child needs to be understood as well. There is somebody going to be around you next week, and I can see them crying wolf. That means that they are going to be expecting you to drop everything, to be there for them, only to find that actually they don't need you. Okay, they just want your attention. They're just being a childlike temper tantrum person. It's not going to go down very well, unfortunately. Now, this is indicating that there is something missing from either your job, there is something missing from a relationship, whether that be a friendship, love life, or family issue, or it's like something's missing for your own happiness. Okay, what do I need, okay, to make me happy? We always sometimes blame a partner, you know, saying, well, they're not doing this for me, or they're not doing that for me, when actually, quite honestly, it's not their job to tick everything. Sometimes it's about saying, I am looking for somebody to socialize with, or somebody to share my hobby. Okay. Do we, you know, if our partners like football, is it a bad thing? Are we failing our partners because we don't like football, or they don't like shopping? We find someone else who likes those things. That's where friendships come in, or family. Okay. So they're saying, try not to judge our partners or judge our friends for not being everything that we need. There is, that's why variety is key. Okay, but yeah, it's that there's something missing. You've got to find out what that is. Okay, and forgive yourself for maybe you've overreacted, or maybe you've got to forgive someone else because they've overreacted. Okay, as Geminis. By the way, Bear had his neutering. There's a proper name for it, but anyway, he had that, and he's doing really well. You can hear him, his bell tinkling over there where he's having a little wash. He's doing really, really well. So this is for Libra, for my love, my forever man. It's our anniversary coming up. Our anniversary. It's on the 5th of November. Would have been our wedding anniversary. Now, I couldn't be happier in this relationship. And I want you to know that, my love. And I just can't wait to be with you. And hopefully next year is going to be a better year for us for traveling. So yeah, fingers crossed. All right. I didn't tick off Gemini's. Okay. So let's see what's going on for Greg, and let's see what's going on for the other Libras. I've got Libra rising, so this is me as well. Let me know what you are. What sign are you? Okay, just concentrating now. Right. Two of Wands. So you're putting your name down for something, you are applying for something. This is about plan for the future, organization skills, and getting things, getting the ball rolling with what you need. So there's something that is gaining traction, and this is something to do with what you desire, what you want, what you're excited about. Okay, what needs to be done, the plan. Okay, this is also the Seven of Wands is indicating. Come on, then, universe, show me. Show me the next phase. Show me where I'm going next. Okay, so sometimes we have to kind of lift a foot up, to leap, just to step forward when actually we don't know what's there. But this is trusting that the universe has got us and is sorting this out. There is going to be a time of letting go of the past, letting go of anything, anyone, or any situation that is causing you stress, that is causing you to worry, or is a heavy burden. It's like, I can't do this anymore. And so it's about kind of like the non-essential things in life, the things that you can't change. That's what they're saying, that you're saying, I'm done with, can't do that. Okay. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Emotionally having a bit of a sort out there for sure. Let's see what else we have. It's about worrying about things that you've got no control over. So why worry? Why do that? So let's see. Right. Okay, so there's been a bit of a power struggle going on, and this can be between you and another person. It can be between you and life. Okay, you and trying to get through or trying to get past. It's like, what do you want from me? There will be peace, tranquility, and harmony in no time at all. The universe is already on its way to sort it all out. Okay. Don't be afraid to be different. It's okay. Message for Greg and maybe for you guys. It's saying, when you've made a difference in so many people's lives, that's definitely for Greg, but for you as well. You've made a difference in people's lives. You've given them a purpose. You've made them believe in themselves. There's a kindness in your heart that has been very much appreciated. Okay, very much so. Strong past life connections are around you at the moment, so look out for those. What is each one of these going to teach you? Have you learned something today about whatever that may be? That could be about boundaries, that could be about love, it could be about rejection, companionship, but there's lots of different things that have all been coming up. Communication is going to be very, very important. Getting your point across, letting other people know how you feel. Okay, not backing down for someone saying, "What's going on with you? Why? What? How do you feel?" Not avoiding that question, opening up to people. Okay, it's going to be more important than ever this week. So there you go. That is Libra, and that is the end of astrology readings. Like I said, if anybody would like a reading, it is a sale is on for a bit longer. You can even buy a gift voucher for a loved one. Okay, you can book in for any old time. Okay, any old time. you can just book it in. There is a reschedule button on when you've done your booking. There's a reschedule button, and your friend, okay, can tell you when the best time is, and you can reschedule it. With my readings, things can change in your life. Things can change in my life, right at the last minute. So I always allow anybody to reschedule their reading right up until the last minute, okay? And so you can do that, and you can book in the best time for your friend. So you can just buy them a reading, and if you want a gift voucher, I can design one and send it to you. All you have to do is message me and say, and I can address it to them. Okay, so think about a nice gift voucher for them. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you again for supporting me. Thank you for the love. I feel it, and I'm here for you. All right, take care. Bye. Bye.